Hi everyone. I'm sure there are so many people that have applied but yet to hear any response from the people, the organizations, the care homes, employers that you are expecting from. But really, let's look into it. How long does it take for an average person that is already in the UK to get a healthcare assistant job? It's very important for you to know so that you have an idea what you that you're outside UK applying from home is expecting. Now, for instance, let's say you submit application today. Normally, depending on the organization, if they are really pressed and you are in the UK, you have all the requirements, you have healthcare background, they might call you immediately. So there are people that get healthcare assistant job within a week, and there are people that will get it maybe in 3 months' time, even though they are in the UK. So it depends on the organization. Now, let's say they are really pressed for workers and you have applied. The first step for them to do is to reach out to you for interview. The truth is, in this place, in the UK, even if they are like in their need, quality is important to them because you're going to be dealing with lives. You are going to be taking care of their people. So they want the best of the staff, no matter what. They rather reach out to agencies to fill the space if they cannot get clients, staffs by themselves. So let's say they reach out to you for interview. How long or how soon are you going to get the interview done? Depends on you. Let me tell you, these people handling this employment are mostly HR, if the organization is big, or secretaries, if it's a small care home or an average care home. It might just be the secretary organizing and scheduling everything. So that should be an advantage to you. Ask me how. Because if you know that probably your application is in the hand of a secretary, and this secretary on resumption in the morning every day, we have loads of emails to answer. What are you supposed to do? Send a reminder so that your email will come up for her to attend to you fast. So that's a bonus for you. So, like I said, secretaries are in charge. They are the ones that will be scheduling appointments, booking interviews, with the manager or the operating manager that is going to be in charge of the employment, and liaising with you to find out if the time is appropriate for both of you. So it's a lot of work really for them. So you have to understand that they will reach out to you, but you have the responsibility to follow up. Look into the organization. Find out, send an email. I made an application and I've not heard from you. I hope to help from you soon. Send a reminder. That way, your email will come up. Then it will be easier for you to actually get interview slots early. Okay. Talking about interview. Depending on you, what most employers want is somebody that is capable. Are you capable? Can you take care of these people? Let me give you another hint. In the UK here, they use students, master students, full-time students to take care of all this space, vacuum in employment. So students that don't have healthcare background from home get trained here to work as a care assistant. That is pointing it out to you that you have a very good chance of getting employed, whether you have healthcare background or not. But you are at a disadvantage because you are at home on the other side. That means that immigration is involved. And if you are saying you want to come and work as a care assistant and you have no background certificate in healthcare, it's kind of, it's not going the same way. So you might not be able to go through immigration without a background in healthcare. And remember that you are competing with doctors, nurses, and auxiliary nurses. Is there on their platform, on their website, that auxiliary doctors, nurses, those are the people that they are looking for to come and assist them. So if you don't now have ordinary healthcare assistant training, you are not a nurse, you are not a doctor, you know you are at a disadvantage again. So it's good for you to get an attachment or healthcare assistant training in your hometown, in your home country, even before you apply for the job. Now, people that are here that are already seeing nurses, doctors that they can, employ for this role, pending the time those ones finish their exams and get the job that is suited for them, you are competing in the same space. So if you studied chemistry, you studied physics, but you want to come and work as an healthcare attendant, then get a healthcare assistant training in your own country. That will put you at an advantage, because people that are recruiting want the best. They want the best. So during the interview, let's go back to interview session. All these questions will be asked. Some employers just want to be sure that you are trusted, you can be dependable, that's what they want to know. While some will be interested in your skills, which is also important. But most of the time, they just want to be sure that they are hiring the best. They know they can train you for the job. They don't have any worry. In as much you have good spoken English, you have the certificates, degree that they want, I think you are good to go. Be confident. It is important to be confident, because you are going to be taking care of elderly people, young children, vulnerable people. If you are not confident in yourself, how are we sure that you are going to be able to take care of these people? It is important that you are confident, you answer questions confidently, and you show that you can take charge when put in charge. Most of the time, healthcare assistants, they work alone. So you are going to be left with clients. So you must be confident in yourself to be able to do this job. Now, after the interview, that's where the waiting period is, because there are so much to do after the interview. The first thing is referencing. Referencing is important. Immediately they schedule you for interview, they probably would have sent out emails to your referees for them to give them feedback. Who are those referencing you? If you are coming to work as a healthcare assistant and you are not yet in the UK, you are coming from your hometown, it's good to have a reference showing that you have hospital affiliation. It's good to have a reference showing that you have worked in a health facility before. It's good to have a reference showing that you know what you are doing. It might take weeks, it might take days, depending on how fast you can run after it, so that your referees can give them feedback. So that's referencing. Another important part, because you are going to be coming from outside the country, certificate of sponsorship. If peradventure they've decided to take you as their staff, they will have to mail you employment email to ascertain that you've been given the slot, and they will have to follow it up with certificate of sponsorship number. It's just a number. It's not a real physical certificate. So it's that number that you're going to present to the immigration to show that someone asked you to come, and that will be it. Now, aside from that, there are so many other things that are important in this space, because we are going to be dealing with human beings. In our own country, Nigeria, we are required to do police check. But even if you do police check in Nigeria, you are still going to be doing DBS in the UK. You are going to be required to do DBS, which could actually take another 4 to 6 weeks. Those are the causes of the delay. Now, after DBS check, like I said, is almost the same thing as police check. It's just to show your criminal record, that you've never been to jail, you've never been a violent person, that kind of check. Now, after the DBS check and referencing, the other things that people worry about before they can, take people from outside the country is, there are a lot of them. Let's start from accommodation, You are going to get a house. You have to start learning about the city, your transportation and all that. That's one. You need home address. You need home address. In this place, they don't take anything lightly. Everything has to be sparkling, clean. Everything has to be perfect. So now, employer will have to help you, to connect you, to get you a house or a place to stay. There are a lot of people that are helping in that regard. It is possible. It is doable. Now, aside from that, most employers in the UK also need you to have national insurance number. In fact, even if you are in the UK, it's difficult for you to get any job without national insurance number. Not to talk of somebody that is coming from overseas. So that's another cause of delay. But there are ways around these things. Before they get you started, you have space. That will take me to the training part. Like I said, they are not worried that you are not trained or you are not from healthcare background, because they will train you. Training is always part of the package for all organizations. They have the training in place. Immediately you come, the first month probably, depending on the organization, if you are in the UK, you can let me know what your own experience was. But there are so many different organizations. Some will want you to start the job, then do the training along the line, then they can increase your wage from maybe minimum wage to something else. But some will prefer you go through the training diligently before you touch their clients. So it depends on the organization that is employing you. So all this training that all of you in your country are already doing from online, don't waste your time. The one that you need to get from your home country is the local one. Healthcare affiliation, healthcare assistant training. The one that you need to work here, they are going to train you. Most organizations pays for this training for you to learn to do their job. So you don't have to do it from your own country. They will still do it when you get here. That's why they could use master student and other students to do this job. So do not worry. So training is part of this. So this period that you are doing the training, you will get accommodation, you get national insurance number, you get DBS done, so that you are ready for the job before they actually put you to start or resume the job. So another important thing is for you to be vaccinated. Ensure that you are vaccinated. Ensure that you have gotten your COVID vaccine so that nothing is obstructing you. This video is not for immigration. It's for you to have an idea of how the whole process normally is, so that you are prepared. You are not disappointed again and again as you are making your application. I know that a lot of people, some have done 20, 25, 30 applications and they are waiting for responses. Don't worry. It will come. Keep doing your own. Then don't forget to follow up. Send that email and it's going to happen.